Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time we're reviewing on The Polar Express. Now, as you know, The Polar Express is a 2004 computer animated adventure film, as well as being co-written and directed by Robert Zemeckis. Also was based on the 1985 novel, and was also meant to be the first film to use motion capture, as well as earning a place in the 2006 Guinness Book of World Records. Now, the premise of the movie is meant to take place in 1995. We're introduced to the main character, Hero Boy, and that's meant to be the name for the characters in the credits and that. He's meant to be this character who has doubts about Christmas being real, and has these sort of realistic doubts. And I think we've all been there when we got older and started to be a bit more realistic. Now, after a train that shows up near his house, we're introduced to where Hero Boy meets some of the characters. We kind of got Know-It-All, who is voiced by the same guy who voiced Mandark in Dexter's Laboratory. I would say he's a bit more like that guy who thinks he's in the right when he's not, in a way. And when you got Hero Girl, she's basically a counterpart to Hero Boy. I would say she's a bit more like mellowed out, does show a little bit of emotions, and I would say she wasn't a bad character. I feel when you've got Billy, who is meant to be the kind of kid from a sort of like broken home, kind of implied to not be in a good place, you can kind of feel sorry for the character, as his family are impliedly poor, don't have it easy, and I kind of feel we could have had more time with him to be with Hero Boy. And I kind of feel when you've got Hero Boy's younger sister, it would have been an interesting idea to have the brother looking after the sister and kind of, having the responsibilities and that. I think that would have been a bit better. So, throughout the movie, we see how Hero Boy comes to the realization about Christmas, as well as being mentored by the conductor. Now, the conductor, I would say, is obviously meant to be Hero Boy, but much older. Because when he does show him the ticket of what it says at the end, he doesn't really let him say it, as it's more like him saying, I know what it is, I'm not going to let you spoil it. And you can kind of tell he plays this kind of mental-like role. And when you kind of got the ghost hobo, he's obviously meant to be a counterpart to the conductor, more filthier, more kind of slummy. And in the deleted scenes, they sort of explain what really happened to him, which does miss the mark. Now, I would say the movie comes off more like a cautionary tale about believing what you want to believe, and once you believe it, it's up to you to decide what's real and what's not. And I would say what I do like about the movie is that it really knows how to make some scenes work on the train. It really knows how to go for a musical number with the Hot Chocolate song. It knows how to handle action by toning it in quite perfectly. And when it's got the sort of sudden burst of music, it kind of gives you this feel that they've made it out and they're all in one piece. Now, since the movie was meant to take place in 1955, you do kind of see a lot of old 50s nostalgia from the living room, in Hero Boy's bedroom, living room, and these other houses and scenery. And I would say what Tom Hanks does well at is not only voicing the conductor, but also voicing Santa Claus. So he really knows how to balance the roles quite well. And I would say them not revealing who the conductor is, even though it's clear it's meant to be Hero Boy much older, does work. And I would say when it kind of got the narration at the end, you know it's basically Hero Boy, who's meant to be the conductor, much older. And they really don't, hammer it in too big. And I would say what's interesting, this was pretty much the only motion capture movie that was released on VHS. And yeah, VHSs were still on their last legs, even back then. And I would say what I do think about Polar Express is that it really knows how to tackle a theme about deciding what you want to believe, and at the same time deciding what you want to see after witnessing a certain event. So I think the movie deserves a thumbs up. It's still good and still alright. So, Comic Review here, signing out.